CinemaCon.
Mm.
So CinemaCon goes on every year around this time. I don't think it actually has set dates, but it's always around this time. And basically, I think this is like the 5th one. I don't know. It's got bigger in the last few years.
I was gonna say.
And what it allows the studios to do is turn up and kind of show films they're working on. It's kind of like what Marvel and DC would do at Comic-Con, but for just films in general.
Yeah.
So we've got Sony, Lionsgate, Warner Bros, Universal, Amazon, Paramount, and Disney Plus have all got
panels.
What would you call it? Presentations.
Yes, presentations is the right word.
So I thought it'd be fun if we were to go through and predict what we might see from each one of them. Any ideas, no matter how wacky or off the whatever it is. Words escape me.
Off the wall.
So should we get started?
Yes.
I only have one guesstimate from Sony.
Okay.
But I guess you could make it 2. Update on the Spider-Verse finale. And maybe they announce a PlayStation IP is becoming a game. A PlayStation IP is becoming a film.
Hadn't considered that. I do think maybe something on Spider-Verse. I also wonder...
that might be a bit copium, but like I want it. let me know how we're getting on.
I should have checked this before. Spider-Man Noir, Sony.
I mean, it will be owned by Sony, but that's TV show.
I suppose, yeah, it won't be out this then.
So I don't think they would be discussing it, but I don't know if CinemaCon's just the name and they're pretty easy about TV.
That was my only other thought with Sony, because of like Spider-Verse. We could joke and meme about a Craven 2 or
if after
Venom
saying
films.
They were done with their Sonyverse for Spider-Man, if they do announce another one, I'm gonna lose my mind with them.
They've said they're done, but they also
teach you this message.
They also rumored that they weren't done with Null.
Yeah, so I really don't know how that's gonna work.
There could be an announcement for that stuff. Like there could be another film, and we have to mentally prepare for that. Unfortunately, but yeah, I can't see anything else major that they might announce.
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you there. Obviously from Lionsgate, I expect we'll get an update on the John Wick spin-off Ballerina.
Yeah, that's
and maybe so maybe we get like the second trailer for that. I also don't know if they're working on. I think they're working on some other John Wick spin-offs. So we might get an update about them.
Yeah, I want to say there is another one about the Continental some more.
Yeah. And Saw has just announced a new film is coming early next year, I think. Okay. So maybe we'll get more information about that.
Yeah, Lionsgate.
But I don't know what else Lionsgate might be working on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on Lionsgate. The John Wick stuff makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean that's been their cash cow for a while now.
Yeah, now that the John Wick series has ended.
Well, you say that, you never know. They might make another one.
True. I guess we just will kind of wait and see what they might bring out.
Yeah. Warner Bros. Copium, new Superman trailer. We're right around that time now, where a second trailer could be possible.
Yeah.
3-ish months.
Well, hang on. When's Superman anniversary?
Superman anniversary, I'm not 100% sure.
I'm Googling. Oh, it is when the film comes out. So ignore me on that. It is the day the film releases, July 11th.
Film comes out July 25th, no?
This is saying July 11th. Unless that was the original date and now it's 25th.
Oh no, it does say the 11th of July. Maybe I've got myself confused.
But okay, that forget that idea. My one thought. So yeah, I mean, we are at that midway. Like we're close enough that they could warrant another trailer here.
Yeah. And maybe a new MonsterVerse film, because their Godzilla films have been doing they've been the most reliable films for a few years now.
True.
And I know people want more from that, so maybe a new one gets announced or a trailer if there's one that's already been worked on. I'm not that up to date on the MonsterVerse stuff.
I have a couple of.
Okay.
Well, one is brain was still on a bit of TV. I was like, do they show anything of Lanterns? But if they're not doing TV, maybe not.
So it's called CinemaCon. I don't know if
Yeah.
they will cover TV stuff. If they do, there is a real chance of maybe something to do with Lanterns or the Harry Potter show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. My other thought is, and this is a far fetched hope in hell.
Go on.
We saw some concepts by our favorite animators that made Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay.
Of a Batman Beyond concept.
That would
idea.
be a mega hype announcement.
We don't know if anything came of that other than the fan reception of like, yes, fucking please, we want this. Yeah. It would be a crazy thing if they just turned around and went, it was just literally just just a title screen and that studio's name, and it's just like
Beyond.
We are making this. It is actually going to happen.
That'd be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I think that is massive hopium. But it's hopium I can get behind for sure. As a Beyond lover.
Mm.
I've been wrestling with a desire, despite the fact that although my monthly issue comics I'm mostly up to date on, I'm behind on everything else.
Mm-hmm.
I have been battling the idea of buying more comics recently, like graphic novels rather than individual issues.
Yeah.
And some Batman Beyond comics are tempting for sure, just because I love like that Neo Gotham vibe big time. Yeah. Universal. Now there could be some really fun stuff coming out of Universal potentially. So we could get some teasers or something for the Odyssey,
which Tom Holland's got there this week to do some filming.
Yeah, filming's been going on for a few weeks now. They have some footage. There might have been enough for them to edit a teaser.
That or more first look pictures at least.
Yeah. And maybe we'll get some more information about the Jordan Peele or Steven Spielberg films that are being worked on at Universal.
Mm.
Even if it's just a title and an idea.
Yeah.
Because right now they are just untitled Jordan Peele film and untitled Steven Spielberg film. We could get titles for them even, which could be kind of crazy. In all fairness to them, I don't know who they're going to get to star in these films because everyone is currently either working on The Odyssey or Avengers Doomsday. That is where every actor on planet Earth currently is.
That's fair. Yeah, good point. I mean, first coming to brain for me was we've obviously got the upcoming Jurassic Park film, whether there's any more trailer or something.
There might be some more news on that, you're not wrong.
Also, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah, maybe a second trailer for that as well.
Yeah. Something that was recently teased.
Okay.
Shrek 5. I don't know if they show anything because they've only just like lightly teased it, but whether they do a slightly longer teaser, maybe.
Yeah.
Depends if they are making animation changes after fans were unhappy.
It'd be very interesting to see.
But that's like that, and then obviously anything Odyssey. We know that's going on at the moment.
Exactly. Amazon. What's the opposite of hopium? So there is some industry insiders who are saying there's a non-zero chance that Amazon put a date for the next James Bond film out there just to try and start building some hype to maybe get some producers and such interested in working on it. Because if they come out and go, the new James Bond or James Bond will return in 2028, 2027, and everyone goes, fuck yeah, that might just move the needle enough to make a director go, I'll do it, that sounds great. Or someone who's got a James Bond script to go, I've got a script if you'd like to see it. So there is some arguments that they might put a date for the next one, even though they have nothing, to see, like, shake the tree of talent and see what falls out.
So I don't know if this was never. I don't think we've been said that this happened, but I remember when we talked about The Boys, we joked about the idea of them ending it with a film.
Mm.
What if they do decide to do that? And like the way they end it all is with a film. And that's like
Yeah.
announced that they're going to do that. Because I can't really, like, other than Bond, there isn't.
Any
Obviously.
IPs I can think of that particular, but I don't know. Are Amazon working on the live action Invincible film, or
Oh,
is
I
that
don't
being done
know.
separately?
That's a good question.
Who's making the live
Um,
action?
I mean, the only other thing in my brain is obviously back to don't know if they do TV stuff at CinemaCon, but if they do, maybe something on Rings of Power,
Quite
like
possibly.
update in that sense. But like, I'm not even sure on that.
Apparently, it's being done by Universal, so Amazon won't be giving us
Maybe Universal will
any.
announce something on that.
Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of hype. It's been being worked on since 2017, and they promised that it's not
Forgotten.
dead. So
And to do that right after the recent season where everyone's talking about it would be quite smart. But yeah, Amazon's a bit tougher. Bond is probably the most likely I can think of, or some brand new new original like IPs or something that maybe they come up with.
yeah, I mean it'd be interesting to see if Amazon have the ability to come up with anything new.
I mean, their shows, what they've been doing with taking books for shows, maybe they've picked up a book they're going to make into a film.
Yeah, I mean it'd be kind of cool to see them go and work with some authors who've got good ideas. Maybe.
Yeah.
Paramount.
Hmm.
Sonic 4. It's very early days, but
Yeah.
we might have something, even if it's just like them announcing who's going to voice Amy, because I don't believe Amy has a voice yet, but she was teased at the end. My favourite film to not shut up about, Running Man trailer?
Oh, yeah.
Question mark.
Your favorite upcoming film?
I'm like it's for bearing in mind that stuff we cover. Like outside of that, this is my next most excited project, just because I'm excited for it.
Hmm.
And then the other one that we've not heard anything about in a while, but we know is happening, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem sequel.
Yes,
Maybe
I
we
think
get some movement on that.
this would be on my predictions, even if it's just a title card of like what this one's called, just to give us a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
It's obviously going to be Shredder, let's be honest. I think that would be cool. Obviously, you got the Mission Impossible films coming out soonish.
Yeah, I think that's coming out so soon that they wouldn't even bother talking about it.
Yeah, it's whether they want to show another trailer or
It's
something
like
for it.
I think it comes out like next month.
The only other thing that I know is I'm pretty sure is linked with Paramount is the Last Airbender animated is getting a movie. And
Oh, okay. Is that being worked on already, or is that
I'm
just in
pretty
pre-production?
sure it might be very early days if it is.
Okay, so it might be too early for them to show
Yeah,
anything, but they might have something.
Yeah, whether they maybe and some sort of announcement for the fact that it's been worked on, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Lastly, Disney.
So thinking about what's like kind of due this year,
Mm,
Disney have got a lot. Disney are always producing so much because they've got so many like umbrellas underneath them as well, or so many
yeah.
things under their umbrella rather. My top three that I'm probably expecting to see something about or hoping to see something about: Fantastic Four,
Mm-hmm.
Freaky Friday, because they are marketing this film that no one wants to the high heavens, and Avatar 3, Fire and Ash, I think
Fire
it's
and
called.
Ash. Yeah.
So I won't be shocked if we see something from that.
I heard you're going to the premiere of Avatar 3.
Hey, if James Cameron wants to invite me, I'll go
to try
along,
and
and
convince you.
then I'll just make him talk to me about Terminator the entire time instead. I'll be like, oh, yeah, blue people, really cool. Talk to me about them really cool robots.
Fantastic Four, I agree with. I do think there's another maybe extended trailer from what we've had, so it's like kind of the same but a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Avatar 3 wouldn't surprise me. they're bound to show something that kind of teases what effects they've pumped their money into this time. I'm sure it's all smoke simulations and ash simulations. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else that might come from Disney. Part of me would love something Star Wars related. I think that gets saved for Star Wars celebrations. That's what they usually do. But
the only reason I'm thinking we'll get Fantastic Four is because that's out before Comic-Con.
Well, yeah.
Or the major Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So, like, they would probably want to do that before. That's the only reason I would put anything Marvel on this list.
But yeah, I'd love to see something Star Wars, but I think that's more likely going to be saved for something else.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But yeah, some potential hype little teasers to come out.
That I'm hoping that I'm kind of stuck in this spot where I'm kind of not really expecting anything that's going to interest us personally too much. There might be a couple of films that are kind of cool that we'll go see, but maybe not things we'd cover normally here. But there is chance for like Spider-Verse, Superman, Odyssey, Bond, Running Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fantastic Four. Like, if things go our way, we could have a lot of really cool stuff coming out of this. Or it could be a case of, unfortunately, CinemaCon was not for us this time.
Yeah, there's, like you say, either not really many things, or it'll be mainly just announcements of things we're interested in, that this is coming on this day, or this is confirmed to be being worked on because it's early days. Or if we're very lucky, like you say, a few trailers and teasers that gives us some new stuff.
Yes. But that is it from CinemaCon. We'll check back in next week to see what ended up happening.
We will.